Welcome to the Lost Lives Count, where we tell where the Antichrist is born on June 6, 2006, or June 6 at 6 a.m. I am Nexus 1798, aka William Prouty 9817. I'm doing the Omen remake, or also known as Omen 666 or the Omen 2006. Okay, the reason why I say so many of these because, well, it's actually different from the original in so many ways. Different stars, different actors. We actually got 1 star from the Scream franchise. We got 1 star from Rosemary Baby, which I will actually explain why I can't do Rosemary Baby in the freaking Lives Lost count. Because Roma Pereski is... The reason is, I will actually explain in details why I'm not a fan of his work. I'm actually a fan of... I will actually quote his work, but I will... After I actually heard what he actually does without his work, I will actually not do the Lives Lost count after I heard his. They actually changed director, the director changed. But, let me actually explain. And it's actually in the modern era of 2006. With flip phones and everything. We actually have Jonathan Moore. We have John Moore. Who directed a Good Day to Die Hard. Who took the helm of the remake, this remake, David Seltzer, who was involved since the Omen, only got credit to this, but only for the script, not for the new writing. The music is Marco Beltrami, who actually stepped in for Jerry Goldsmith, the legendary composer. But I'm going to miss him because his haunted melody and dreaded the defined original tone, what actually we actually expect from the Omen franchise. But let me actually explain. The Omen, this Omen is actually really different. From makeup to the different scenes, and I will actually discuss all the different scenes from the Omen and the Omen 1976, and also all the what happened to the different deaths, what happened to what each actors go through, and how many lives did Damien take in this remake when his powers are developing again? Let's find out and get to the numbers. The movie begins with the 20th Century Fox logo and the iconic flare. And we actually see it present the title card! Okay, this is Omen 2006. A trademark of the as 666, released on June 6, 2006. Which is 666. Honestly, and we actually see the Vatican Observatory in Rome, where a priest actually see 3 stars align. Showed the open good biblical text that it actually explain this, and it actually seen the first scene is actually speaking in Italian to everybody and tell the Antichrist, and honestly, all in glory, and knowing the truth is the Antichrist is coming and they need to get ready. And we actually see the limo and of the ambassador of America, Robert Ford, played by Liev Schreiber. We got he not only continuity from the Scream franchise, he only appeared in Scream 1, 2, and 3 because he died in Scream 3. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it. But he's Deputy Steward Stu Wagner in the Phantoms. Kate have problems during labor. She actually played by Julia Stiles, who, in my previous Lost Lives count, is Trisha Albright in Orphan First Kill. If you guys wondering who Trisha Albright is, she is the first ever villain who actually won a great execution for making a pimple popping sound. And she actually is back in this remake as Kate. Robert goes through the hospital and he actually and we actually have Father Brennan, who actually played Gavi Ryle, who actually is Charlie Bosky in Cannibal Apocalypse, Bob in City of the Dead, and Lisa Favre in The Well. Get off of my foot! I'm not reading off the script. There was a cow on my foot. You have loved her very much. You need to accept God's plan. Now he actually want to see the body of the baby, and still had to do. And Kate had to. It's our son. Kate says he's perfect. Well, they actually love him, and Damien grow up, and it's a 2006 montage. And Kate and Steve actually heard. As sorry about saying Robert. He actually is going to be the ambassador of London. And there's traffic and somebody throw a cigarette and Ambassador Steve in the limo and oil spill on him and a cigarette burns incinerate him at 12 minutes and 58 seconds. The Fox honestly The priest cite the Revelation 8:7, hail of fire mingled with blood as the prophecy unfolds. The dialogue in Italian, grounded in the scene of the Roman Catholic tradition of cultural authenticity. Apocalypse dread. The Vatican warns the Pope the Antichrist is born. The storyline that urgent all marks the beginning of Damien Brandon rise. Steve Haynes' death. He actually was it fame 3 months. David in the bedroom. The wallpaper are lines with shaped like sixes. The studio originally wanted PG-13, but the director insists on a rated R fear of copping out. The color red is used throughout the film to symbolize supernatural event, echoing the Sixth Sense vigil. It blew up. Steve blew up, and it stayed to 3 months, and the freak accident still scars. And Steve actually still have a place in Italy, and can comfort him. You want this job at the kiss, and it's big. Kay and Damien playing, and she gets a strange call, and Damien disappeared, and Kay called him and bubble in the lake, but he was behind the tree. It scared her. She said, "Don't do that again." It's Damien's birthday. Okay, it's bigger than 1976, Damien's birthday. But one thing the same, Holly sees a black German Shepherd. And Holly count that it does crash the window. Holly death happened at 19 minutes and 16 seconds, and Damien, it's all for you, Damien. She jumped and the guest Brennan echo would collapse. Honestly, the stunt double rigs and it's at the green screen. The dog professionally growls and stares on Holly's trays, and hanging was digitally extended for the rope tension and the body drop than 1976 version. The scene was shot at multiple camera angles and dreaded what the difference between this? It was actually a Rottweiler instead of a German Shepherd. It was practical, a real drop instead of a 2006 CGI stunt coordinator. It was raw and sudden instead of visual dread and touch it. And both Holly death was the first sign of CGI. Why CGI? But it's actually good. We see Keith Jones, played by his new actor David Seltzer. He played Locksmith and Tom in Afraid of the Dark, a French horror film. He Douglas in the 1996 remake of the Island of Dr. Moreau. He took photos of Holly Party. They will show to Robert later. This time, she dropped her shoe on the table and everybody's screaming. Damien see her German Shepherd and wave at it. Now he arrived and there's actually so many camera crew and also the former Damien actor Harvey. Keep just say send the bill and let go, and he just got notified that by somebody that Father Brennan said I don't have much time. In the original and now he must take communion and accept Jesus Christ, but it's not out in the open. It's actually in his office. In the original, he will kill again. Robert say no. Brennan say he saw his son was born. He told him again his birth, and he actually did say his father is actually the jackal. Now, they talking because Robert doesn't want a nanny. She does it because she and Damien doesn't bond. Now they actually kiss, and the one of them said Mrs. Baylock is here. We meet Mrs. Baylock, played by Mia Farrow, who actually in Rosemary Baby. Why I didn't done the Mrs. The director of Rosemary Baby is a sexual deviant who actually Romana is a sexual deviant who actually do not care, and he still does it to this day. I will not do any of one of his movies, even if you donate money. And he still does it today. So I will actually do it when he did. Same thing with The Burning by Harvey Weinstein, and anything made by Vince. Rosemary, a movie that made by Jeepers Creepers director. She played by Rosemary. She played Rosemary in Rosemary Baby. And she also in The Watcher, a 2022 horror movie. The job is hard for some girls. She actually says she actually have records on her, and she appeared ahead. She wanted to see David. He beautiful. She said hello there to Damien. Don't be afraid. I'm here to protect her. I'm Mrs. Baylock. Honestly, Mrs. Baylock is a apostle. The picture is showing on Brennan, and Keith is actually now going to tell him later after he dies. Now they're going to church. Mr. Baylock, he said he's sick and tried to make excuses, but they arrive at church. He feels sick, and he scared half to death, and scared he throws a fit, like in 1976 Omen, but worse. She actually want to get a doctor, but Casey is strange. Everybody got sick, but Damien doesn't get sick. Robert in 1976 say the same thing. Now she go to bed, and she have a nightmare about tub with slit wrist. It's a nightmare. Robert check on Damien, and she hear the dog, and it's actually a Rottweiler. He actually want the dog gone by morning. The dog is a hellhound. Now it's the new zoo scene. Damien is near the animals, the monkeys, and the monkeys are afraid of him, and they go to the gorillas, and the gorilla break the glass. And honestly, Damien meltdown at the Rome Zoo echoed the safari. Damien walked past the enclosure, the monkeys scream, and behind the scenes, the film was used a real zoo exclosures and combined CGI enhancement. Gorilla aggressive was digitally amplified to create a more violent reaction than the original. Honestly, John Moore wanted to have the fear of the power, the Damien power. The Monkey Pig 1976 bamboo attack, but updated. to more specific and tighter camera. The glass post-production. Honestly, it felt overnight to provoke and terrify Liev Schreiber, but the zoo scene is more controlled and stylized. The gorilla slam is replaced by, and it contains explosive symbolize a Damien growing influence. Kate's still traumatized by the happening at the zoo, and she freaked out and something not right, and she talked to someone. Robert comforted her. When it cuts to a social event, Father Brennan need to talk to him one final time. Keith took his photo. We see a dream secret. She brushed her teeth and she see a man with a deer skull. She see Damien after a turn point make a sandwich and walk away. Keith saw the death. Oh yeah, Damien played by Seamus McPhee, the only in this film. Now Robbers say the Bible verse of Revelation. The Jews head to Zion, come from the sea. Your son is the devil. He had to die, or he going to kill you all. And he also say, after you walk off, see you in hell. It's actually his time. He actually run from the storm and lightning impaled the lightning rod there. It helped us to original death. The lightning strike impel and create a CGI and the stunt corridor, and it actually build the glass and spears and the rain. Use a rain machine and wind and perform his most scene himself with a stunt drill for the final impact. In 1997, the lightning conductor break loose and strike him down. Good for CGI death, but practical. With Glass 2. Damien is playing video games and Kate is annoyed why is that? Mr. Baylock actually took it for a walk and he asked what's wrong. Dr. Green wants to speak about her. Kay is pregnant and she wants an abortion. She doesn't want kids, like in 1976. Tom show him the death pics. Dr. Brennan depicts Dr. Green say she doesn't want a child. She said that Damien is evil. Evil! Sorry, I had to throw in one SpongeBob reference. I am sorry. Now, Robert needed to get abortion to Damien will do it for him. Mrs. Baylock is feeding him strawberries. This it's not a tricycle, it's a scooter this time. And now he actually go around the banister and knock Kate off, just like Omen 1976. She actually falls, and she's not pregnant anymore because she got internal bleeding. She lost the child. I still not counted that. I am still not counted that. Kate does say, "Don't let him kill me." He comes up. Robert sees the dog. Keith calls him about Father Brennan. Say, "You saw him before he killed you." Now he see it more pronounced death. He had cancer now. And the 3 6s, 666. They actually journeyed to his apartment where Andre crucifixes, his diary, and Bible verses. And Robert say a glowing star at June 6 of 2006, the birth announcement. And his son was born on the 6 a.m. 666. This movie was the June 6 of 666 because it's June 6 of 2006. Keith took photos of himself of his camera. He going to die decapitation. Now Kate is scared. He goes somewhere to Rome. He goes where the hospital is, not here. The hospital burned down years ago, just like Omen. And they also nurse, not the nurse, the priest spread Father in the monastery of San Terrell is Sperado. Honestly, I actually had to look that up. They drive there. They actually have a food truck and it's so unlike the Omen 1976. Now they actually do the same things that the Antichrist rise into politics. Keep actually saying that it's in the book of Daniel, but about the seed, see me the rise into politics, and they actually go on the boat to the monastery to see him. He's not looking good. He's mute and burnt. And Robert shows his face. Honestly, Spadano show his face, and he actually confessed. And he actually just write down where to go. So very. The monastery is actually echo that is. The remake it stylized a Mythos that create a colder asteroid location. The real monastery of Sarah is located in Spado, Italy, built into the close of the productive use interior shots, style state, interior blended real architect with design. The monastery is spiritual decay, a place of sacred now housing the mutant disfigure who delivered the Antichrist. In both versions, Father Brennan, a priest who, after the hospital fire, he badly injured. In the 2006 version, he actually designed the makeup used a prosthetic layer and realism to melt the nerves. His left hand is actually moved that confess the cemetery. They drove to Summit to see Damien's original mother. They actually look for the grave, and it actually found it the Keith did. Now he actually need to see David, but is Jackal and the baby who died. They actually kill him. And wonder why I can't kill it? It's actually already decayed, so I can't actually kill him. Robert cried. The Hellhounds attack, and Mrs. Baylock is pack Damien and God. And also Mrs. Baylock kills Kate by injecting her with an air botulism with a VR drip, a death caused by air into the syringe and a line that dramatic than the original version. What the difference between this death, Kate did how? What the difference? Honestly, the death was actually sterile lighting, and the syringe was rigged for safety. No real IV was used. Mia Farrow performance as Miss Bell common children. And honestly, it's death feel intimate and medical. In the original, Catherine by Remake, she is pushed up by the balcony by a tricycle, and later thrown out by Miss Baylock, crashed into the window by glass and died instantly. Mia Farrow actually does a good job as Mrs. Baylock. If Billy Whiteclaw was alive, she would be distract him and distract the soldier and kisses Mr. Baylock, and they want Robert get a call from Tom that Kay is dead. Robert realizes he's and he actually had the dream. He didn't realize he's the Antichrist yet. He went to, now it's time to go to Tal Mantago in Israel to go see Buhaga. Called Buhaga, played by Marco Beltrami, Gampton, who actually died in 2023. He's is Sleepy Hollow as Bata Va Tassel. Honestly, two people, David and Baha, who actually is in freaking in the Harry Potter series. Michael is actually Dumbledore. Now they actually have to go to Hollow Ground. He must go to Hollow Ground and drive the knives of Mandego that will make a cross. And he must actually find the birthmark of Damien under his hair. But the apostle will die. But to stab him. But Robert not going to do that because he's not going to kill a child, because now Keith actually call him a drunk because Keith actually robbed after him. And Robert say that no devil, no God. He throw the knives. And Keith go search for them. Go get them. And Keith got his head chopped off when the hammer would trigger a domino effect at 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 2 seconds. A construction yard actually throw a metal slide that dislodge a hammer fall that swing the knife. Combine practical with CGI that actually in the original it's a sheet of grass with a freak. The body drops and the screen shakes. Now he actually come home. It's raining. The sink dripping, and he grabbed the scissors and the door slammed while he grabbed the cup. He actually heard the dog, and he actually got the dog in the cellar, and he actually cut Damien's hair and found the 3 sixes. And Mrs. Baylock is on him, and he actually kicked, and he go into the church, Hollow Ground, and Mrs. Baylock busted the windshield, and he actually ran Mrs. Baylock over with his car at 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 46 seconds. And Mrs. Baylock, after discovering, honestly, a car stunt that use a rig dummy that digital enhancements. No necessarily just impact. And the windshield it practically that control rig. Farrow performance was echoed calm, and the original is actually they actually fight for the house, and Robert killed her by stabbing her neck with a carving fork. It's actually internal ritual killing through the external brunt force. Fierce and physical ability, Whitelaw, and calm and eerie of Mia Farrow. But the marks on here is when Damien when Damien sleeps and Robert slowly reveals the mark. is both the mark on 2006 is much deeper than the mark in 2000, and it's actually much deeper in 1976. He drove off after breaking the fence. His crews followed him and Robert at the church. And the cops are coming and he prayed. And David said, no, don't. Robert got shot by a sniper. Blood shown at 1 hour, 44 minutes and 12 seconds. The church is actually heightened and the sniper shot was clearly and the digital showed slow. Fell redemption and he actually respond and the sniper institute the control. It's actually the same, but it's actually a police he was stopped by the police instead of a sniper. A tragic mantra and politically executed. George Peck saw and resolved and leave conflicted broken. Prophecy fulfilled, prophecy delayed. He's dead, and he actually was an army vet. And the Pope found dead that Sig dead, and the gun salute, and it ends where it smiled, just like in 19. The Pope dead is actually globalize the silence that actually symbolize spiritual defeat. Damien stands between the President of the United States and smiling at the camera. The smile is not innocent. It recognizes the empire, no church, no resistance. But honestly, he was doing the same thing with the gun salute for the camera, and he actually smiled. Same silence and same. But this time the Pope is dead and the church gone. Only the system remains. And how many lives lost did Damien did? Let's find out. Get to the numbers. I'm doing this all for you, subscribers again. All for you, for the remake. Yeah, this is just a remake. A remake of my All For You for Omen 2000, 1976. Seven people lost their lives in the Omen 2006. 4 males and 3 females. Honestly, more males this time than females. Because, well, the Pope was a male and we actually got a new male contender this time. We're running time at 110 minutes. We got a lives lost every hour at 1571 minutes. It's actually longer because there is now additional death. and more dialogue. Wow. The great acts of execution goes to Keith Jennings. Honestly, the difference between Keith Jennings' death in this one and Keith Jennings in the other one is, instead of a plate glass cut his head, he actually got a hammer to trigger a metal sign to swing at his head. It's actually practical and CGI, and it's actually good. In no hesitation, no mystery, that branded the death that deserved the great acts of execution. That is actually a good death, and it does deserve the great acts of execution. I actually deserve it. The whippy acts of execution, the whippy acts of Adonis go to Mrs. Baylock. Honestly, she tried to stop Robert for the last time, but no ritual, no prophecy, just impact. Robert runs her over with his car. No registration, no collapse. Just blunt up purge and deserve the whippy axe. Honestly, the whippy axe that go to the lamest death. Since there was never a sequel to The Omen 2006, it actually took them about 16 years, about 17 years to actually get a sequel, a prequel of the first Omen. This will actually, this been William Prouty. I will actually cover the prequel. I'm actually, here's my upcoming schedule. In October, I will actually do Species the Awaken for Friday and the Craft Sunday, but the first Omen will be the last of the Omen. I will actually do something for Monday, next Monday of October, so bear with me. I will actually do it, but when Craft Legacy will actually be for Friday. And what is the Sunday upcoming after Craft Legacy? Well, my moderator actually asked me to do a bit of a horror movie monster that, since James is doing the kill count, I'm doing the Frankenstein Lives Lost count. Well, since he actually do the Mummy kill count, I'm doing the Frankenstein kill count. Okay, that's actually it. Have a good day. Bye.